Hey everyone, if you've ever seen like one of those body cam footage videos that you see from like a police station, you have to admit there's some kind of like weird magic behind them that can really capture the awkwardness and tension in a situation whenever they're recording it. Sometimes, yeah, you know, it's awful, like whenever something bad happens, you can see like the first hand reaction of someone suffering from it. But now on the other hand, if the arrest or situation is funny enough and not that bad, it really does feel like, you know, being a kid in school and seeing your friend like at the end of a hallway just getting yelled at by the teacher non-stop. And don't get me wrong, there are times of videos where like if you were there in person in the actual room with like the police or the victim, you would feel awful. But thankfully this video, it's really not that bad, and I feel like it's just so extreme, it leans more being funny somewhat. Because the synopsis for this story does sound a bit sad, but it's most like the execution of it, just all the actors, there's not actors, actual people, but just so dramatic, all of them playing the way they are, that it does feel like somewhat like a comedy. Where again, like I said, seeing a situation play out in front of you would like make you feel awful, but thankfully if you're watching a video just like me today, you're probably like laying back, you know, naked and greasy, just laughing at the dumb shit going on in this video. So the video starts off with three guys, you know, one of them is the shop owner or the vet that owns like this warehouse full of animals, mainly snakes as you'll see in a second, and there's two guys that I think are like animal control people or like just police in general. They came to respond to a situation for him where I believe it was like a boa or like a huge python, one of those like big snakes, where most likely had a health issue and they came to help it out.
I reminded you 10 times!
Chris, the boa's dead.
The what?
The boa.
We
The pregnant boa.
We messed up. No. Yeah. No. Oh my God, that guy's gonna flip out. What is wrong with you guys?
So then yeah, they tell the owner that they unfortunately killed it, and the guy just flips out. This is like the main guy where like most of the energy from this video of just yelling and being chaotic comes from this one guy. Which I realize now looking back, he's probably like one of those private sellers that release like very rare breeds of snakes or pythons from like all the way from South America, and they bring it to him, or like, and then in order to make like actual babies, you know, it takes like months, you know, of getting them pregnant and then spending like thousands of dollars as well to do so, which by the time you finally sell it, it'll seem worth it if you make like 100,000 like he claims so in the video. But then you have like two guys walk into your warehouse, shoot it. I can see, and so can you probably, why he would be so pissed off.
You did it!
Hold on. We're shaking just like you are. Trust me.
Is there a way to maybe save the baby?
Can we save it?
Oh no, dude. This guy's gonna go bananas. Oh my God. Why?
It was a mistake.
There's a mistake.
How? I reminded you 10 times! Fuck!
Chris. We know.
Chris,
Oh my God.
Hey.
No, you don't
it
understand
can
what
get,
you guys
it
just
can
did.
get fixed.
You can't
The
fix
state's gonna fix it.
it. You can't
Relax.
fix it. What just happened?
It can get
Relax.
fixed.
You can't fix it. You just killed something that wasn't illegal, and it had about $100,000 worth of babies.
And I swear to God, this kind of chaos you see right now in the video, it really feels like a teen show where like two dumbass teenagers do something dumb and they get like just chewed out by the manager. Like if you've seen regular show, this feels just like Benson yelling at Mordecai and Rigby for the dumbest shit ever. Okay, I shouldn't be that mean, because you can't really find a boa in some bumfuck pet store. You have to go out of your way to go to like some country and buy it and export it all the way to your warehouse in like California, wherever this guy lives. Throughout the video, they keep on saying like how the state's gonna pay him back, which they should honestly, but with something like that exotic and rare, like a boa, it's not like a car or a house where you can like track up the damage done. It's gonna be way harder to prove that they have to pay him that much. Unless maybe they brought like the customer to like vouch for the value and he was like, oh yeah, you guys big time. You're not gonna find this boa at some Walmart. You're gonna have to all the way to Mexico for this. But I would be lying if I said I didn't love that, you know, that dramatic theater busting off the door, you know, to get out. Then from there it cuts forward to like where more guys come over and it might be backup, but honestly for this situation, you can tell they're gonna be here for hours on end trying to like figure out the legal issues. However, I'm not gonna be like a macho guy saying how I would have handled the situation better, because I know full well if you're trying to like handle a python or trying to like tame it down, down if it broke out of its cage, then yeah, I would be equally as like scared to just like randomly out of nowhere without like caution just like unload 2 pistol magazines straight into it. Because for $100,000, do you really expect it to be like one of those tiny snakes like coil around your finger? No, it'll probably be big enough to eat the 2 guys at the same time. But it didn't, because you know that was a case of man versus nature, where we came out on top because you know we're the apex predator. But it does suck either way that that animal, or if it was a pet, died at the end of the day. However, I do want my last message to be for this video is that, you know, you could probably most likely go outside and find a boa or python about similar scale if you like went around looking in the grass for about like 2 minutes. I'm not saying you could, but you know, it wouldn't hurt, you know, to give it a chance, you know, to save $100,000, you know, that quickly, in my opinion.